getting ready for my shift.
Hi there, Linder Eagles. My name is Alba, and I am a registered nurse. I work in a hospital here in Austin. A little quick fact, I used to work at Linder. I used to be an Eagle. I used to work with all the parents at Linder Elementary. It was a very rewarding job, but my dream was always to be a nurse. So today I'm going to be talking to you a little bit about my job and what I've experienced so far. I became a nurse a little over a year ago. I'm still a newbie, but I love my job. What can I say? Okay, so I'm gonna answer a couple of questions for you guys. Okay. All right. So, what school did I go to? I went to Austin Community College here in Austin. It's a 2-year program, and after those 2 years, you graduate as a nurse, and you take the board exam, which is called the NCLEX. Once you pass that exam, you are able to practice nursing. It's kind of like having a driver license. You get your license as a nurse and you're able to practice nursing. What's the most interesting thing about my job? Well, what can I say? There's many things, but it's interesting about being a nurse. You get to see just about anything. You get to, you get to experience a lot of things. See a lot of diseases and how the human body works and why things happen in the body. And the best part is that you get to help people get better. So that's one thing that I love about nursing. What's the least interesting about my job? Really, I don't think there's nothing that's not interesting. I think everything in nursing is very interesting. I have not yet encountered something that's not interesting to me. I love everything. Even the most smallest thing to the huge things. I think everything is just the learning process right now. What hours do I work? Well, I currently am a night nurse. So that means that I work 12 hours a day. Yes, 12 hours. I work from 7 p.m. all the way to 7 a.m. It sounds like a lot, and yes, it is a lot, but the good thing is that I only work for 3 days out of the week. Yes, isn't that cool? And also, one of the other good things about that is that I get to do my schedule. I get to pick what days I want to work. I get to pick if I want to work. It's really kind of, it's kind of like they give it up to me to make my own hours. And that's one thing that I love about my job. Day shift nurses, they work from 7 a.m. all the way to 7 p.m. So when I come in, they're coming out. So we have to give each other reports and just get some updates for the patient, see what went on during the day and what we're going to be doing during the night. So that's why it's very convenient just to have 2 nurses in a 24-hour period. Okay. So next question. So why did I choose to be a nurse? Well, I've always loved caring for people. I've always loved helping people. I've always loved knowing that I can be there for them. And I think that's just a life calling. I think at the end of the day, nursing is more about your passion for people. Okay. So what degrees do I need to become a nurse? Well, there's actually 2 routes. There's a shorter route and there's a long route. So let me explain. The first route is right after high school. You go straight to a university, do 4 years of nursing, and get your a Bachelor of Science in Nursing. You take your board exam and you become a nurse. Now, the second option is what I did. I went to Austin Community College. I got my 2-year degree. And I graduated, and then I took my NCLEX, which is the board exam, and I started practicing nursing. But you still gotta finish with your bachelor's degree in nursing, which you can do online. Which, if you ask me, that's like the best way to do it because you can start working as soon as you graduate after 2 years. Next question. So what subjects do I need in my job? Well, basically, you need almost anything. Math, you need to know how to do some calculations. You need to know how, especially mental calculations, guys. Trust me. You need to do a lot of reading, of course, a lot of writing. And if you're bilingual, that's even better. Like, if you are bilingual, let me tell you guys, I am bilingual. You are wanted everywhere. Like, you are a hot commodity in the hospitals. Like, they all know your name if you speak Spanish. But yeah, you need almost everything. Most important, you need science. You need to learn about the human body. You need to learn how the human body works. And yeah, any subject, basically. What's my salary range? Okay, so this is also broken in two parts. I am a night nurse, so night nurses get a little bit more money than day shift nurses. Why? Because we give up our nights. So a regular day shift nurse gets anywhere from $53,000 a year. And if I break it down into hourly pay, day shift nurses get $27 an hour, $27 to $30 an hour. But night nurses, we get from $30 all the way to $35 per hour, which is, if you ask me, that's pretty neat. On top of that, if you work weekends, you get $2.50 extra on top of what you're already getting extra for being a night nurse. Isn't that cool? But trust me, guys, I do not do nursing. I'm not a nurse for the money. I'm not even here for the money. I'm here because I really love being a nurse. So doing what I love and getting paid to do it, what a great combination, right? All right. Okay, guys, so just to close it off, anything that I want to say about my job is that I love my job. I've only been a nurse for a year, but I think this job has given me a lot. I think I've learned so much about people, about the human body. I learned a lot about what can go wrong and how can I fix it, and also how can I help somebody get better. So that's kind of one of the important things about what I'm working. Just to finish off, I just want to let you know, guys, I know you guys are wondering, yes, I am working with the coronavirus unit in the hospital. I am taking my precautions. And just to finish off, I just want to let you guys know that this will pass, okay? I don't want you guys to get scared. I don't want you guys to be worried about it. And if you guys have a family member that sadly has the coronavirus, know that we are taking good care of them, okay? And just to finish up, I just want to let you guys know, just please always wash your hands, okay? All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching, okay? Have a great day. Bye.
Hi everyone, my name is Vanessa and I'm a hospital pharmacist. I chose pharmacy as my career path because I enjoy helping people and making sure they get the best treatment while they're at the hospital. The most interesting part of my job is being able to look over the patient's medications while they are in the hospital and making sure those are the best options for that specific patient. For instance, if they have a bacterial infection, I need to make sure that the antibiotic that they're being given will cover that specific bacteria so that they can get better. The least interesting part of my job is looking over the paperwork from the surgeries to make sure that everything is documented correctly. It's not very exciting, but it is an important part of the job. Pharmacists usually work in 8-hour shifts or 12-hour shifts. It depends on the busyness of the hospital. And the pay range for pharmacists can be anywhere from $45 an hour to $65 an hour, depending on experience. As far as education required to become a pharmacist, it takes a little time. I had to do my undergraduate degree first. That took 4 years. I completed my undergraduate degree from Rice University in Houston. Afterwards, I had to go to pharmacy school for 4 years, and I completed my doctorate of pharmacy at Texas A&M College of Pharmacy. I use several different school subjects every single day. The one I use most is math. I have to calculate dosages for medications. I need to make sure that those are correct so that the patient gets the correct dose. So I always make sure to double check all of my math. I also use a lot of science, specifically chemistry and biology. I have to know how each of the medications will work on the human body so that I can choose the right one for the patient. So to conclude, I really enjoy my job. I get to work with lots of nurses and doctors, and I get to help lots of patients. And I hope that all of you find a career that you enjoy. Bye.
Good morning, students of Linder Elementary School. My name is Myra Bettis. Thank you for having me today at your virtual career day. I'm a family medicine doctor, which means that I am specialized to treat patients of all ages. I went to UT Health at San Antonio for my bachelor's degree, and I went to LUCOM for medical school. The most interesting part of my career is the fact that we're constantly learning new things about the human body and inventing new medications and finding better ways to treat illnesses. So I'm constantly learning new things within my field. It's also very interesting to try and figure out what's wrong with the patient and what the best way is to treat them and help make them feel better. The least interesting part of my career is having to do paperwork and make a lot of phone calls, calling pharmacies or insurance companies. So the hours for this career, typically a family medicine physician works 4 days a week, starting at 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., but that varies. If you would like to work less hours or more hours, you're able to do so. I chose this career because I enjoy learning, and I also wanted to have a job where I could help people. So the type of education that you need to become a doctor typically includes a bachelor's degree, which is 4 years after high school at a university or college. You then need 4 years of medical school, and then at least 3 years of training after medical school to become a fully licensed doctor. Subjects that are important for my career include science. You have to take a lot of science classes and know a lot of science to learn how the human body works and how medications work within the human body. Reading and writing is also really important to my career. I have to read a lot of scientific papers and understand what they mean. I also have to write patient charts and read other doctors' patient charts to understand what's going on with that patient. The salary range for a family medicine doctor in Austin, Texas is $180,000 to $230,000, depending on how many hours you are willing to work. If you want to work nights or weekends, and whether you are working at a clinic or a hospital. Becoming a doctor does require several years of school and a lot of studying, but it's a wonderful career that is very interesting and rewarding. I encourage anyone who really wants to become a doctor to focus on school and studying hard. Thank you for having me. Please enjoy the rest of your virtual career day.
Good morning, Linder Elementary School kids. Thank you for inviting me to your virtual career day today. My name is Hector High, and I work as a content moderator for Taskless. And well, what a content moderator is somebody that looks at just any content, images, pictures, video, even just text on the internet. And so I look at anything and everything that could be possibly posted. And so I'm here to talk to you guys about my career. To start off, I went to the University of Texas in Austin, and I graduated with a degree in chemistry. And so I'm really proud to be a Longhorn. I hope anyone here in Austin is, looking forward to go there too as well. I want to talk about the most interesting part of my career to start off, and what I find interesting about being on this side of just any website that you can think of is I get to see anything and everything that gets posted. So I'm seeing videos, I'm seeing pictures, I'm seeing stories, anything that you can think of that you consume on the internet, I'm able to see them and review them. So I'm looking for many, many different things that you could possibly think of. Sometimes we're looking for political content. Sometimes we're looking, is this inappropriate for the website? Sometimes we're looking to see if, there's bad words that are being put up on there, and we don't want to have that information, available for some younger audiences. So we need to have somebody looking at this information and making sure that it's appropriate to make sure that we're providing a safe environment for the people that are using it. So being on the other side, the side that is protecting and enforcing, is something that I find very, very fascinating. Now, while I find my job fascinating, the least interesting part of my job is the fact that I am always being graded. So the same way that you guys are always trying to strive for an A, I have to make sure that I'm doing my job at least 90% of the time correctly. So if I don't hit that 90%, I have to go and do additional trainings, have to do additional stuff to get me back up to that point. And so every week we always have a training for an hour and a half where I'm in a meeting learning stuff and always, being trained about new protocols and new things that we have to do. And so I'm always in school and I'm always learning. And so it kind of gets tiresome to always think about, I have to go to class, but they're always doing what they can to help me learn. So even though it's, not my favorite part of my job, it's something that is crucial and I have to always continue doing. For my job, I do work 40 hours a week. Normally, some people work in the morning, so from 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. or so. I primarily work in the afternoons. I work from 3 p.m. to midnight. So that's always my shift, Monday through Friday. I also have some people that work overnight. And so some of them come in at 9 a.m. and they leave at 6 in the morning. And so you see that we have people here coming in all times around the clock. And that's because we need to have people available looking at this content, because people post in the middle of the night. Sometimes people are on the other side of the world where it's daytime and they're also posting. So we need to have somebody available always reviewing this content. And, I want to talk about why I went into this job. The reason I chose this job was I recently graduated a year ago and I was looking for some form of employment that was quick. And this employer, where I do this content moderation, they're always hiring very quickly. They're always looking for more employees. And so this isn't only in my location, what I do is very similar to call center work, and they're also always hiring there as well. So it was a field of employment that I was able to jump in very quickly because I know a lot about technology. And so it was something that I was able to jump in very easily, and I enjoy it because I get to be on a computer the whole time during my shift. For the education to be able to get this job, they only require a high school diploma. But if you do want to move up, it is recommended to have a college degree, or if you want to go into management or even, be an administrative person, they want you to have a master's or some form of higher education. So a high school diploma is all you need to get started, but they do look at, further education if you want to move up in the company. So always keep that in mind. And to wrap things up, we want to talk about what subjects, we need. And I'm always reading. I'm always listening to people talking. I have to be able to comprehend the information that people pass on to me. So my reading comprehension and my English always comes very crucial. I have to write emails all day, and I'm always having to communicate with people through chat. And so I have to be sure that I'm typing and spelling things correctly, or else my communication isn't going to be good. I also should mention, during my employment, most of my coworkers, you can expect anywhere from $14 to $20, depending on, what they are going to be doing. Some people do need to talk on the phones. I never talk on the phone. All I do is just look at content online and review it accordingly. And, it's a really cool job. If you don't want to do, what I'm doing, looking at content, there's also some form of employment with similar companies as mine, where you're talking on the phone and helping people solve problems, with their computers, or helping them with their internet services. You could also help people with many different services. So, my focus is content moderation, but this isn't the only place and the only field that really encompasses my kind of job. There's many other things as a call center, you could do tech support. So if you want to do something with computers, what I do is very fun, but it is also very tedious, considering that we're always learning and we see very wide range of media. And so it's very fun and interesting. Thank you. Buenos días, estudiantes de Linder Elementary School. Gracias por invitarme a su Career Day. Mi nombre es Héctor y yo trabajo siendo un Content Moderator por la compañía Pharmacist. Siendo un Content Moderator, yo veo muchos artículos y muchas imágenes, muchos videos que se ponen en páginas de internet. Yo veo de varias cosas, de todo tipo, y tengo que estar preparado para posiblemente todo lo que esté puesto en páginas de web o internet que muchos de ustedes usan en cada día. No puedo decir cuáles son exactamente, pero ustedes pueden imaginarse cuáles páginas que usan de día en día, en sus teléfonos, en sus computadores, de todo tipo. Hay alguien que lo va a ver y tiene que revisar la información que está en los posts, en las imágenes, en los videos, en todo eso de tipo. Para empezar, yo atendí la Universidad de Texas aquí en Austin. Yo soy un Longhorn, espero que varios aquí en Austin también esperan llegar ahí. Hook 'em para cualquier que esté aquí. Les quiero platicar un poco de lo que yo hago en mi trabajo para que ojalá les dé una imagen de posiblemente lo que haga disponible en el mundo. Yo veo, como les dije, posts o imágenes, videos, texto, todo lo que sea en redes sociales y redes de internet. Y lo que yo encuentro muy interesante es que yo puedo ver todo lo que está puesto y lo que está disponible antes de que pues ustedes lo vean. Yo veo todo lo que está para que alguien lo esté revisando, para asegurar que no hay cosas prohibidas que no deben de estar ahí en la página. Por decir, malas palabras, imágenes que pues un niño no los debe de ver. Alguien tiene que proteger a ustedes y asegurar que ustedes no ven esas cosas. Y me da orgullo ser esa persona que los está protegiendo y poder ver el otro lado de las redes sociales, de páginas de internet, cómo funciona todo del otro lado, es algo interesante para mí. Me da mucho interés para poder verlo por primera vez. Lo que no encuentro muy interesante de mi trabajo es que siempre me están calificando para asegurar que yo estoy haciendo mi trabajo correcto. Para darle un ejemplo, si yo no tengo un 90% de mi trabajo, me van a marcar mal. Entonces yo tengo que asegurar que estoy estudiando, estoy aprendiendo todo lo que ellos me estén enseñando para poder hacer mi trabajo en la mejor forma. También para ayudarme, me dan un entrenamiento cada semana por una hora y media. Esa es una hora y media donde yo estoy poniendo atención, exactamente como en una clase. Tengo alguien dando una lectura y yo tengo que hacer mis notas para asegurar que yo estoy aprendiendo y asimilando todo lo que me están enseñando. Y pues a veces eso sí se pone muy, muy cansado. Cuando yo trabajo 40 horas al día, a la semana, y normalmente serían 5 días de la semana, 8 horas cada día, de lunes a viernes. Yo trabajo de 3 de la tarde a las 12 de la noche y pues ese es un horario disponible. Tengo compañeros que trabajan en la mañana de 6 de la mañana a las 3 de la tarde y también tengo compañeros que trabajan de 9 de la noche hasta las 6 de la mañana, porque las redes sociales, las páginas de internet no se apagan. Siempre hay alguien poniendo algo en esas páginas y alguien siempre tiene que estar disponible para revisar esas cosas. Escogí yo esta carrera porque yo acabo de graduar hace un año y necesitaba yo encontrar un trabajo rápido y que me pagaran bien. Y pues este fue un trabajo disponible muy rápido porque siempre están buscando por muchos trabajadores porque siempre está creciendo pues todo lo que están poniendo en redes y tenemos que asegurar que hay gente disponible nomás para tener constante todo la demanda que se pide para este trabajo. Para poder tener esta carrera solo piden que tengas un diploma del high school y con eso puedes entrar y puedes trabajar. Ahora, si quisieras subir, sí piden que tengas un poco de colegio y si quieres entrar a la administración, piden que tengas una maestría por lo mínimo. Los sujetos que me ayudan más para poder hacer mi trabajo es reading y English, porque los dos me ayudan a poder comprender lo que estoy leyendo. Leo todo el día o estoy oyendo a alguien platicar o tengo que ver los videos a ver si hay algo en el video que yo estoy buscando. Entonces, poder entender el inglés y poder escribirlo también me ayuda, porque la mayoría de mi contacto en este momento es por correo electrónico y por chat o mensajes electrónicos. Entonces tengo que asegurar que mis mensajes están correctos y no estoy comunicándome en una forma mala. Mi trabajo me pagan desde 14 a $20 por hora, dependiendo de cuánto quieras hacer. Hay unos que trabajan platicando por teléfono o escribiendo, platicando con clientes. Mi trabajo, yo no platico con ningún cliente. Yo nomás estoy viendo lo que están puesto en redes. Y me interesa mucho el trabajo. Poder ver el otro lado, como les dije, es algo que me interesa. Y si ustedes no quieren, por decir, hacer lo que hago yo, hay muchos lugares similares a lo que hago yo. Se llaman call centers en inglés, donde alguien habla para asistencia de tecnología o asistencia con el internet en su casa, o también para pagar cosas que han comprado en el internet o deudas que tengan. Entonces, eso es algo que también es similar a lo que hago yo, pero a la vez hay muchas oportunidades que si ustedes quieren hacer eso y están muy enterados en la tecnología y saben usar la tecnología muy fácil. Espero que les enseñé un poco de mi trabajo y que tengan buen día. Gracias por tenerme.
Hi, my name is Jeffrey, and I'm a mechanical engineer. I design systems for buildings, including air conditioning, heating, and plumbing. I myself focus on the unique challenges posed by schools, hospitals, libraries, and laboratories. I chose to go into engineering because I like to design new things and to help people. And since every engineering project is different, every day brings a new challenge. I'm currently working on helping the University of Texas with a system to efficiently heat and cool seawater in a laboratory so that they can study how local species of fish respond to our ever-changing environment. Much like that laboratory in Port Aransas, the most interesting thing about being a design engineer, to me, is the travel. I get to go all over to solve problems of heat transfer and thermodynamics. From California to Connecticut, I have designed equipment all across the country. When working away from the office, there are some long, rigorous days, but most of the time, engineers keep regular daytime hours, 8 to 5. We constantly collaborate in the office, which is critical to ensuring that we are tackling everything with the best possible approach. Unfortunately, we have meetings that often last far longer than necessary, and that is easily the least interesting part of the job. To go into engineering, you need to get at least a bachelor's degree, but many of us, myself included, proceeded to get a master's degree early in our careers as well. I got my own degrees from Rice University in Houston. Beyond a college education, it is important to an engineer to also to continue learning throughout their careers. If we didn't keep up with the latest new knowledge, engineers on the cusp of retirement would only be able to use technology from the 1970s. Starting out fresh from college, a new engineer can expect to earn about $60,000 per year. But advancing over time, an experienced professional engineer can reach their salaries as high as $200,000 per year. Yes, studying engineering is rigorous and includes a lot of coursework in math, science, and technology. And while every engineer can do math, the best engineers are also well-versed in art and in writing. Because a great engineer not only creates elegant designs, they communicate their plans effectively with clients, with contractors, and with the world. Thank you.